right. Yeah, good to see you guys. How you doing? Yeah. Well, hello and welcome to Penguin Live, where you have the best seat in the house for the best magic in the world. I'm your host, Dan Harlan. Thank you so much for being here. And the gentleman that we have with us is a magician, innovator, and consultant from Stockholm, Sweden, with a background in performing arts, with which he adds a unique dimension to his magic. Now, you may have seen him on Penn & Teller Fool Us. He's also appeared at the Magic Castle, the Session Convention in London, the Genie Convention, Magic Live, and he's been invited to perform at the 2018 FISM in Busan, South Korea. So if you're there at FISM, you're going to get a chance to see him again. But right now, let's welcome him to the stage. Come on out, Axel Adler. Yeah. Axel, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hello, I'm Axel from Sweden. Yes. Well, we just begin, I think. Take out your rubber bands. All right, at home. We do this. Can you all see the rubber band in the center there? Make it melt inside. Oh, there. Okay, this is a linking rubber band that I call friction, and it's a way of getting into the linking rubber bands from this position. So I have the rubber band here on my third finger, and the rubber band on there. Hope you can see it well. Perfect. And now I pinch the rubber band here really hard. And maybe we can get a back view or something. And these two fingers go behind the rubber band that's hanging. And I'm taking the other one there. And I'm still pinching here. And I go down like this. So it looks like it's still unlinked. But when I go up, it magically links like that. And the nice thing is that you can do it surrounded also. You can just come up here. And I pull and show. And then I take it from the back here, this strand, and pinch it and let go of everything except the third finger. And I continue this motion like that.
Yeah.
Maybe should I do it with two different color so you can see it better? And I think you should do it with identical rubber bands, because the last illusion looks better when they unlink. But I show it with two different strands like this. So pinch here. Go behind, grab onto this, and revolve everything. And keep it here, and make it melt through, like that. Okay. Show it. Pinch this, and let go. Pinch here, and let go of everything except the third finger, and out. Okay. Was that clear?
Oh,
or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's watch the billiard ball routine. For about 7 years, I worked together with a cello player, and I did classical magic to classical music, and we did all sorts of corporate gigs. And I did this routine, which is a billiard ball routine without any body loads and without any shells. So it starts and begins with 5 balls in some kind of container, and it can be like a bucket like this, or from your briefcase, or a hat, or anything, or even your pocket. I've also used my pocket as a container. Yes, and on a big stage, I actually use this size, but in a smaller space like this, I use this, because it's for the angle, it's not that angle sensitive with this one, but I can do it with both sizes. So this is Facchini balls. Don't know really the size. Maybe it's, I don't know,
inch and a half, probably.
Inch and a half.
Yeah.
And these are 2 inch maybe. And this is actually a juggling ball from Dubé, a juggling company. So they make also silicone balls. All right, but just to show you, you can do the whole act without with these size balls. So if you are a juggler and you want you want to produce the balls before you juggle them, you can use this routine. Okay, but I will do it with the small balls like this. 5 balls, that's all you need in a container. And I just begin with finger, if you don't know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you just okay, and do some kind of like that I can't get it off. Find a ball. And do some ball manipulation exercises like this. Do, 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 do. Or maybe like this. Go around. Like so you do that for how long you want. And
now, if you want to, someone can learn the manipulation part if they want to. It's just basically rolling down and around. It takes a long time. But for anybody that's not familiar, there's the one move where it apparently comes down on your fingers. So if you'll show them that. Yep.
Of course. So I just showed this also in detail. Whoop. Whoops. Oops. It's hard to hold still here. Yeah. And I like to get some kind of upwards movement when I do this, like this. So when it's up here, the hand goes instead. Doop, doop, doop. And then the ball goes, and then the hand goes, and then the ball goes, and so it goes like. So it's like it's traveling up. And then it goes, I hold it like this. And then the hand is rolling with the ball like this. Like that. And from here, I do a vanish. But I do it down inside the container. So, bum, it goes down. And as soon as it's down here, I produce it again. And then I palm another ball here. So it's, or I produce it from here or something. So this hand now has a ball like this. So the ball is back. I might bounce it or something. And I do this changeover, which I use a lot in this routine. So, what happens? One ball is palmed, the other one is here. So it comes like this, and I leave this ball and take this. So, whoop. Did you see that? Okay. So I take it, whoop. And then I do a split. Take this ball, I have this palm, take it, and I grab it with the other hand. So I take this one, grab the other one, so it's a split. So whoop, whoop, whoop. 2 balls, boink. And now I continue this, whoop, whoop. And I put away one, but I don't, I palm it. And I put away the other one, but I do this changeover thing again. So it's rump. Yeah, and now it's, nice. So that's comes the repeat production of this ball. And you can do that as long as you want. And it's fun to play around with the reactions, your reactions when you do this. Like, put away one, and you put away the other one, and then comes the and you pause, and maybe think, oh, did I put it? No. So you can follow the ball that's been put away, or you can look where they come from or you can look at the audience like, I don't know where they're coming from. So it's like different reactions, and you can use them all. So first you maybe go, and then where are they coming from? I don't know what's happening. So play around with that where you're looking. Okay, so somewhere in this, I usually do like 10 balls. I palm this, and I take the third ball. And it's like a, where am I going with this? I don't know where. So it's just, I just bring it up, like, whoop, like I don't know how to end this. And then I do a changeover again. So I have one palm here. And this goes into the other palm while I'm taking this. So, whoops. This comes up. Change over, whoops. And now I produce this from behind my knee. Like this. Whoops. And I take it in the crotch here. The thumb crotch. So I hold 3 balls like this. And now I have to make this disappear. And I do it like this. Whoop. Boom. So it falls. This is probably the most difficult in this routine. So this one falls into the hand, but I palm it. So whoop, boom. And I pretend to throw it into the bucket. Ah, there it is. So now I have 4 balls. One is here. So I do the changeover again. Do, whoop, 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 while I'm doing this. So change over, and I look down and I do this with the foot. Boink, and produce it. So now it's 4 balls. Okay, and then this last thing is going down with this one, but palming it, and then taking this one, and then palming it and putting it back. Like this. Palm it and put it back while you take the other one. And the last one, I palm it and take the 5th ball. And I go like, what? They're back. And I have 1 palm there. So I do doof and doof. Oh, thank you. Was it something that was unclear?
No, not at all.
Okay,
very, very
cool.
clear. Yeah.
So this is a very simple routine, you could say. The structure is quite simple, and it's neat because you don't have a shell, which kind of makes you in this position all the time. And with this, I'm in this position. So I'm with the audience all the time and reacting with them. So that was also my goal, to get away from this manipulation style thing. So here, yeah, you have the audience in front. And what should I say more about this? As I said, it's very simple to carry, and you can do it anytime in your routine. And you could probably do it while talking, but if you need a music piece that is simple to put in, and it's also quite simple to practice because everything starts and ends up here. So you can just have the song on repeat, and when you're done, the song starts over, and you begin practicing again. So that's a way I practice also. I just have the song on repeat, and I do it again and again and again. So.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, thank you. Let's watch the rope trick. Yes, do you want to learn how to do a trick? Yeah. Sure? Okay. Let's see. I usually start with some target practice. Looks like this. Let's make it a little bit harder. Let's make it a little bit harder. Yes. Okay. One last time. Did I get it? Yes. Ooh. Can you check out the rope? Thank you. What's your name?
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Okay, Cynthia, we're gonna create an illusion together. And it's okay?
Yeah.
And check out the scissors. Okay. The illusion of 3 equal ropes. Maybe you can cut off this piece.
Got it? Oh.
Hold it in one hand. Yeah. Perfect. And this also. Lovely. Okay, the illusion of 3 equal ropes. If we cut here and here, we get 3 equal ropes, right? Right. Okay, so if you cut here. Thank you, lovely. Then, thank you. Well, this is the illusion of 3 equal ropes. Because they look different, but in reality, they are equal. Thank you. Thank you. So, the secret is that I take one of the ropes and fold it up inside my hand. So it looks much smaller than it actually is. Yeah. And Cynthia, yes? Can you hold that? So I fold it up inside my hand, and it looks much smaller than it actually is. If I want to make this smaller, I have to make the other one longer than the other rope. Are you following this? No? Let's do like this. I start over from the beginning. Whoa! We can do that with these ends also, like this. Whoop, whoop. And we... sorry, I fix it. What? Okay, this is... something. Can I borrow that for just... Thank you. Okay. Put it back on. Oh. Thank you. Yes, and now it's easy to get out. I just cut myself out. Yes, and fuse the middle together. Yeah. Okay, I'll do this. Okay, this first I call Ropin Hood. And this is actually my latest trick. I'm currently doing a show in Denmark with a Danish magician and a Finnish magician. And it's like more of like combination with theater and magic. And we were playing around with ropes. And I started with this, which is called Wilhelm Tells Not by Hubert Lambert. And then I came to think of this thing, which is by B.L. Gilbert, and it's called Bachelor's Needle, and it's where you hold the rope and it goes through. Have you seen it? Yeah, it's an old thing. So it's a combination with those two, and so I can just show you the first one. Okay. Rips. I hold here, and I create some tension and release, and then I let go. So a knot appears. All right. Was that clear? Maybe reps. Oh. There. So you start with this one and go over to the second one, which is like this. So the rope hangs, I don't know, you need like this much that you can hold on that side of the thumb, on the inner side there. So, and then roll it around your thumb. Doesn't matter how many times. I do three times, and then I fold it like this, and fold it in, and then I take this rope that's closest to you, and hold it between here. Okay, I hope this is clear. So I hold it between my fingers. So now it's actually through. It actually is through, but since I'm holding it, I take this and hold it between my thumbs. It looks just like a loop there. And then I create the tension again, like this. And I let go. And when I let go, this is gonna fly and passing the loop like this. And then I'm gonna release there. So, whoops, it goes through. All right, let's try. Like this, and
it looks so much better than the original. Yeah, that's so good.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, and this you can actually do this on stage.
Yeah.
Because it really fills a stage when they see this, and the focus point is there on stage. You get the focus there, and then you create the tension, actual tension. And I hold it like a bow and arrow. So I hold it. You can hold it like whatever you want, but I usually go down like a bow and arrow, create the tension, like kind of pointing at someone in the audience, look through it, and then release. So it's a little dramatic in this also. And then, this is very important that you don't move this around. So you go forward to your hand instead of taking this back. So, because it might be hard to see that it actually goes through. So you like, look, is it through? Ah, yes, it's through. And you do this slowly so they see. And then I often do a repeat, and you can actually make this a little bit smaller, so it's harder. And create the tension again, like really looking into it, and then release. And you can actually build this up how much you want. Here's some ideas that you. In the last minute, you look away and do it. Like it, like you have it, and then you look away, and then you can ask, "Did I get it?" Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. And you can make this really, really small. Also, doesn't matter. Like that small. It still works. And if you want to get really complicated, you can do a large knot here in the end and do it anyway. Like this. And then it's like impossible because you can't get it out. Yeah. So that's Roping Hood. Thank you. Thank you. And this is something you can add to your ring and string routine, rope routine, yeah, whatever you want. You could probably do it with an electrical cord or like headphones or something. Okay, and then we go to the rope routine, which I call Knowing the Ropes. And for this, I'm gonna, for explanation purposes, I'm gonna do this so you can keep track of the ends. Because it's gonna be a lot of ends now. All right. And this routine I created because I was competing in the Nordic Championship of Magic, and I wanted like a routine that would maybe fool the judges, and I won. So that probably was one of the reasons. So and I wanted a routine that's practical and that ends and starts with like one piece of rope, and doesn't require so much setup and doesn't involve making knots and making like this. That's common in, you know, Francis Tabery and George Sand's routines. Okay, so it turned out to be this. You give the rope to someone to examine, and then you take it back, and then you give the scissors to someone, and can you just hold this? Perfect. And then you say that you're gonna create an illusion of 3 equal ropes. And now I do a little switch here, which looks like this. And I take this slowly here. So the ropes between thumb and index finger. No, actually, yeah. How do I do this? Ah, like this. So I have it here, but I let it go like this. So this comes forward, and I'm grabbing now the green one there. Yeah, and I'm grabbing it and dragging it down. I think it's a common switch for and then now you can cut here, and it's like a cut and restore. But you're going to do it 2 times, or kind of, because with the other, you say, if I cut here and cut here, we get 3 equal ropes. But when you bring this up, the thumb and the middle finger goes up, and I grab this part. So it goes up like this. So cut.
Yeah. So the red end has 2 camel humps
Yes.
that will be cut.
It will look like this.
Yeah.
Perfect. Once more. Rips. Should do it like this. And cut. And if I go down, and if I cut here, you take these fingers, and I take this rope. Bring it up. All right, and now they can actually cut the rope. So there, these two. Perfect. And then I let go of these two. So the ones that are closest to you, I grab onto. And maybe we should clear this up a little more. So I take one tape here. And this is the green one. Okay. Okay. So now we have 2 short pieces here. And I grab on here and I let go and I say, well, now we have 3 equal. What? And I look at the person, take back the scissors, like something went wrong, and I say, no, this is the illusion of 3 equal ropes. Because in reality, they are equal. They just look unequal. And now I grab this, the long one here, then the middle one, and then comes a switch here. I take the long one, so it lies over the middle one. And this one, the white one here, I'm gonna grab here and make a switch there and grab it. And I pull. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, but I have worked with ropes.
yeah.
But
Just,
for anybody checking the situation, the green rope is zigzagging back and forth
like
through
this.
2 short loops.
All right. And now I let go of this end when I take this up like I'm, and now I'm gonna do a little rope switch here. So the goal is for me to, I'm gonna bring this up, but at the same time I'm switching around here. So I take this and I go up, and now I leave this 2. And I take this green, the green one here. So I'm like this and this. So it's a switch there. So it's kind of like a slidini switch thing here. And I let go of this one. So you get the feeling that you see a lot of ends falling, and so you see separate ropes. And then I say, the secret is that I take one of the ropes, and now I take this one and let go of these 2, And I fold this up, and this. And now I take down this white one. So I give like a false explanation that this is how I do it. So it looks much smaller than it actually is. And now I take this actually, because this is the small one. But I don't show, like. And the person can hold it. And I continue. So now this is folded up here. This one is folded up here. And I say, we can even do it with this one, like this. But if I want to make this one shorter, I have to make the other one longer. And I just let go of everything here. All right, so now we have one long and one medium. And the audience member is holding on to the short one there. And now I do another little switch, which looks like this. So so it looks like I'm showing two separate ropes, but it's like a slidini switch. I have the rope like this. I put this inside the thumb here, and I take this one between my fingers like here. So I'm showing it. And then I put this back here. And I take this too. So I'm just, showing him around separate like this. And now I do a restoration. I think it's by Steve Bedwell. So I hold it like this. And I take this little piece. And I take this one. So I grab onto this and pull there. So the restoration happens here. Boom. Yes. Okay, I can do it once more. Like this. And like this. Oh, thank you. Where are we now? Yes. Then I get kind of like surprised or excited myself like about this. Oh, you can even do that from with these ends also. And it looks like this. I will show it. Whoop. So what's happened there is that I do, so restoration, have this piece here, and then I do a switch here. Switching around here. So this comes from the back, and I take it like this, and it goes here. There is the switch, and I take this to like this. So it drags around like this. And I take them out of this, like this. So they're actually free here. So it doesn't get caught there. So I casually do that. And then I put it in my pocket and just leave it there. And then the restoration is like this. Whoop. And a tip on this showing the rope is the thumbs. So without thumbs it looks like this, but with thumbs it looks a little more casual, I think, or like you showing the rope. Right. So no thumbs, thumbs. Right. And then you're confused. I know how to fix this. And you take the scissors. And I hold it like this. So the big part of the scissor is so it lands on the rope like this. So whoop. and this comes there, and I unlink, or I link rather, this, doink, on, like this. But I link it while I'm, yeah, that's good. There, I link it there, I hold it here, and I take this piece and I drag the scissor like this. Oh, there you are. So they don't see that it's linked already. So it's like, where to cut this, and then I notice that it's linked. And now I do a move which I call strange loop, and this is very strange. It looks like this. So it looks like the scissors goes around this loop, and what's happening is that this scissors comes like this from the back. All right, and then it goes forward, but here I take this, and it just goes back again on the same end, or the same rope there, and it goes round, and it continues, and then I do it again. So I just fold it over like this, so so you get the impression that the scissors is going around. And now I'm in this position, which also is kind of like a casual display of the rope, like on the finger like this. So, did you get that? It was kind of hard to explain this. So
let's try to do an overhead shot of that.
Sure.
Yeah, and
sure.
And see if it makes it easier to explain.
I'm holding here, holding hard there, and the scissors is coming, and I turn it and grabbing this end, and once more turn it just around like this. So it goes around itself somehow. Well, I don't know how to explain it, but it goes around there. So, and you show, oh, okay, I'm stuck here. And then you get to think about the extra rope. And while I'm taking this, I'm unwinding this. Cluck, cluck, cluck. So I'm still holding on, so it's... And yeah, perfect. And now I do another rope switch, like this, switch, so switch, holding there, and then it's back together again. All right, and then for the cleanup, I do another switch. This is like the final pose, like this, and then I do another switch, looks like this, whoop, whoop, whoop. So this is there. And I hold there and then drag like this. So I drag up the scissors. And I take this out of the rope, whoops. And I put it in my pocket again. And now I say, now it's easy to get out to get the scissors out of the rope. I just need to cut the rope. And I just fake cut it like this. So I get it out. And doink. And then you are back together. Yes. And of course, in the end, you can continue if you have other rope routines that you have from here. I usually actually end here when I've put this on again, like from the audience group, and I end like this. And I do a little cleanup, which looks like this. So there, this goes on there. I take the middle, and I put this here, and take it there, and I grab the scissor. So I casually show the, and now if you want to, you can cut the rope again, and continue. Which you can do like this, and they see a little piece. And I had an idea doing like Tommy Wonder cigarette restoration like this, just so you see. Yeah, like that. So it's a visual restoration in the end. But I don't like to mess up the stage, so that's why I don't do it. Do we have any questions about this?
No, it's great.
Thank you. Ah, okay. This is my variation on a Tom Stone trick. You know Tom Stone? Yes. And he has a trick which he calls things that go cluck in the night. And it's on Malmström off the page, which you have available at Penguin.
That's right.
So I suggest that you look it up there, and so you get to see his performance. And this is just my thinking around it. Okay, and I will do as Tom, so I will not perform it, I will just show you my ideas around it. Okay, to make this omelette, you need one normal egg. Okay, that's here. And then one normal egg with, yes, a little plastic disc, which I covered with green silk. It's there. And then you need a fake egg with magnets inside. Okay. And those magnets attach to this little disc, which has magnets like that. Right? All right. Okay. And then I have magnets inside this. Click. And then I have this little weird gimmick, which is a salt shaker with a silk. I bet you're wondering what's coming up next. All right, and that's there. And I have a glass. Okay. So, I need to borrow someone from the audience. Maybe, can you help me? Sure. Cool. So, just as Tom Stone's routine, you take up someone from the audience. And we haven't rehearsed this. Just on that side. And what's your name?
Phil.
Phil.
Yep.
Phil, can you hold your, not this hand, and hold it like this? Do you do magic?
Yes.
Perfect. And they don't have to do magic if you turn. But you instruct the spectator to hold his hand like this, like he's gonna hold something, and now you take up this one, but you don't show the egg. So you just take up the green silk and put the egg in his hand. So, like hold it like this. Perfect. So the spectator becomes like an instant stooge, like, oh, something's gonna happen. This is a good shot.
Yeah,
from the
above,
top.
yeah.
Yes, perfect. And then I take up the normal egg with the green thing on, and the salt shaker with the red silk, and I bring them up like this. So it looks like we're gonna do the same thing, and we kind of are. So I have this like this. So the salt shaker is here, and the green thing is there. So now you instruct the spectator to just push the silk down his hand, but since he are an instant stooge, he knows what's coming up. So now I push the silk inside this weird thumb tip, sort of, so that it's like this, and you show it, and you say to the spectator, do you have some magic salt? No. Okay, I have some here. And you produce the salt shaker. And do-do-do, do-do-do. And now you can show the egg. Perfect. So this is a way to get away with the silk that I found. Tom uses a thumb tip, so this is my idea. And then I put it back inside the box, and I take out this little red thing, this little red disc, which is skin colored on the other side. So it's a band-aid there. And then, you show the egg. And then everybody applause to the spectator, and then you kind of show his egg like it's an accident. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't reveal the secret. And now I do a switch like this. So my egg has a green silk on it. So you show his egg, and then this becomes like a copper-silver switch, or like a color-changing knife switch. So it's like this. So this little disc comes on the egg like this, clicks on it, and then just turn to him and say, maybe we have to use real magic. So you take this carefully and take this away carefully. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, and you take it and show it around. And as he's showing it and people are applauding, I put away these two discs and I grab the normal egg, and then I just make a casual switch like this and take up the glass, and now you can break both eggs. I can show the switch one more time. So it's like this. You have this, just put it out, and you take it and show it around. And I just show my egg because my has a hole in it. I just do this. And I put away these two. And I say, show it around. And I go like this, take up the egg, and then take up this. You can even make, I think, because all focus is on the audience member, so you can just put away this and take up, because they've just seen you remove the thing. So, boom. So the switch, take up this, and now you crack it, and you give the glass to the spectator. Yeah, it's perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, this is just my idea of having two different colored silks on Tom Stone's.
It's really nice. I'm glad you gave the explanation, because if I saw it, I probably would have been baffled by the switch. Yeah, it's real good.
Thank you. And I also, this is not a glass, this is actually a jar. So you can take the lid on when you put everything away, so it will not
Smart.
fall off in the bag. Okay, is there any questions about this? Okay, it was clear. Okay, good. Thank you. Wow. Let's watch the cups and balls. Love this. Balkon. Oh, here it is. This time, all three balls underneath the center cup. This cup. So, first one. Second one. Yeah. Is it okay if I start over? So I know it's a little bit unfair because you only have 2 eyes and I have 3 balls. So I make it a little bit easier for you. So I put away 1 ball, and I can even put away a second ball because the trick works anyway. It works because I have trap doors in the cups, like that. Doors. And I have this special stick that, you know. Oh, sorry, I've dropped it. Here it is. And I have more than 3 balls. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 balls. No, I only have 1, 2, 3 balls. Because that's not the secret. This is the secret. So, the cups and balls. I've been doing a lot of different versions. My first I did in a solo show about 10 years ago, which was called Rök och speglar. It's Swedish for smoke and mirrors. And then it was just like 2 white gloves doing the cups and balls. It's on YouTube, you can look it up. And
If we can spell it.
I think it's just cups and balls, and the music, it's Chet Baker, so I think I wrote that. But this is my current version, and it only uses 3 balls, which is kind of neat. So the thing was, I came up with this thing, bump, 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 and bump. And so I wanted to create more faces with only 3 balls. So it's like this. You need a cups and balls set, only 3 balls, and a purse, which has a slit here through it. And 1, 2, 3. And you also need a wand and 3 metal balls. And these are juggling balls, which is for, this contact juggling. And I bought them in a juggling store, so they're quite light, but they look solid and hard, And I use my bag here on a chair, but you can use your pockets or like a guiberché, or if you have a servant, whatever works with this routine. And maybe it's yeah, perfect. So then there we are. So you see how I place the balls here, and I have a little balcony here for the purse also. So whoop. And I place the cups over like this. So if someone looks down into the bag, they only see the cups. And I take up the wand. Ding, 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 ding. And the rip is showing the cups. And place the wand here. And then I take out the balls. I can show you a version where I don't use the purse also, if you don't want to use this. So this I begin with the Bosco sequence, which is quite known, and I do it like this. The wand is here, the cups are there. And I also like to place the milk cup a little bit forward like this, like a triangle like this, because I think it looks nicer than this. I don't know why. So I start with this ball. Bam. All right, what's happening there? I do. Tom Stone taught me this. This is crossing the gaze. So you look at the ball, and when I place it in my hand, I look at the stick. And then I look back at the hand, and I take the stick. So it looks like this. The ball, you see? And when I do the fast transfer, I have the ball here on my third finger, and I keep it. So this, and I keep it here, and I close the hand. And this is like a slidini subtlety to have the thumb like this. It looks more like you're holding something, you know, like this, than this. So thumbs up. Whoop. It's gone. Then I put down the wand here, and this hand goes to take the ball. So, and I roll this ball inside here. Boom. Boom. Which is a standard move. And from here, I do a fast transfer, but with the left hand, like this. And I take the wand. And why do I do that? Well, because otherwise I need to do this and this and this. So it's an extra move. And I try to remove all those extra moves. So, what's happening here? Whoop. So the first one, bum, 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 bum. And that one, bum, bum. And I place this here, right by this cup. And this hand goes down and takes the ball. And here I do like a yoke thing here. The ball is gone. And when I have this like this and talk, people tend to look up at your face. Yeah. So, and the ball is gone. And I go down and place those hands on top of this. The ball is gone. And without looking, I'll take the wand. So it's there. So, and the ball is gone. And now I do a move. I don't know who invented this move, but it looks like this, like you take the ball. But in reality, it goes bonk, bonk. So it only rolls on my hand and goes inside there. So whoop. Who invented that?
Don't know. That's the first time I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Huh? Daryl? I think it's Daryl.
Daryl, okay.
Yeah.
So, bump, bump. So I pretend to have the ball there. And then rips. And now I pretend to have the ball here. But it's gone. And now I do whoop, plink, plink, and plink. And then I hold the wand like this and clink. So you get a little, which is nice.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice.
Everything clear? That's nice. So that's the first phase of the routine. And I usually let the people, look at the cups and look at the wand, because now it's a good time to do it. And you're clean after this. And then I place the cups like this. And now comes this part where I say, now this time all the 3 balls will appear underneath the center cup. And this seems plausible by the audience because you just show them the other stuff. So they're like focused on that's gonna happen, but you fool them. So again, I take the ball with my third finger here, and I do like a fast transfer, but with a cup instead. Instead of doing this, I do it with a cup like this. All right, so the ball is here. And then immediately I go here, and now maybe a camera from the top here. Yeah, immediately I kick this ball with my thumb and show the other ball like this. So again, this is here, I kick it and show it. So that's the move. So it's like a retention thing. And I make it disappear, and I actually do like this. So I time it with the, so you get a sound effect there. And then I go and do the exact same move with this. So this, whoop, whoop. Huh. And now all the focus is on the center cup, and they expect that 3 balls will be there. Even I expect that 3 balls will be there. So it's like it looks like I'm gonna do it like this, ha, and then I act confused, like what's happening? I transfer the ball here inside the cup. So I kick it inside, so poof. And as I look, so I take, what's happening? So whoop, look inside, have the wand here. Place the wand down. Wait, it's here. And now I place the cup like this. It's here. So I place the cup down. So now everybody expects them to be back here, but it's empty. And then I ask the audience, can I start over or something? Can I do it again? Yes, okay. Now, from top shot here, I go down with this purse, place it back, and I grasp a ball like this. As I place it down, I do this exact same motion here. And I still have it here. And now, as the audience reacts, I go up, and then I load the cup. So, and I hide the sound with the wand. Okay. And then I place it back here. So one cup is now loaded. And I place it like kind of casually there. And now I tell the spectators that, well, you only have 2 eyes, and I do this. And I do this mostly to show that the cups are empty. So, whoops. So they've seen them empty now. And I place them a little bit like on the side like this, not this, because I'm gonna load this soon. So, whoops. I'll make it easier. I take away 1 ball, and I'll do a fast transfer and pretend to put away the ball. And I place my hand on the load here. And I cover this middle ball with this cup as I load this ball. Doink. And then I do a fast transfer again. And I can even take away this ball And I have the ball here. And again, place it here. And whoop, now they're all there. And now I take the load here. And the nice thing with like a metal ball like this is it works as a mirror also. So against black, it's hard to see it. You see? So if you have black clothes, you can hold it kind of casually without flashing. And also the black art thing works also like this. So it's almost like a centimeter here, but I still have the ball there, so it's kind of neat. Okay, and also I don't come forward with this hand like this, because this is where you can flash. So this is like a dangerous part in a cups and ball routine, where you're gonna load this because you might flash here. So that's why I always bring it up like this instead. So I keep the back of my hand towards the audience. And also, I cover it by taking the other cup like this. So it goes up, and I load. I load with the little finger like this. Try to do it as silently, but at the same time, I do it like this and say it's because I have trap doors in the cups. And now I do this move, which I never seen anybody use it, so maybe it's mine. So I take it like this and hold the load like this. So it looks like it falls through. No. It's like this old move, but done like this. And with a load inside. So, and it also creates like the illusion that the cups are empty. So, puff, puff. And I do a little throw also. So I will go through this again. Boop. And I take up this, have it against here. And I go up. Like this. And show the first one. And do a little throw to show that it's empty. To the other hand. Pick up this. Casually place it like this. And then I do this move. Is it David Williamson? Maybe.
I think it predates him, but
okay.
He's the guy that
yeah.
did the most. Yeah.
Maybe it's his thing with the finger.
Yeah, like, I think so. He did add the finger thing to it, and the idea of measuring the inside and outside of the cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. So bum bum, it goes on the other side, the back side, and the finger goes in. Huh. So you have shown the cups now, and then you say, oh, and I also have this special stick. And you make the flip stick move. Flip. Or flip. And there I hold it like this, between my thumb and the index finger, and the middle finger pulls it against here. So, it's gone. And now I look down like I dropped it or something, and then I take up the little purse. It's here, and the slit in the purse here helps too. So, and I pull out. Whoop, whoop, That's a classic trick. Okay, well. And now I do a thing that Tom Stone came up with, counting 3 objects as 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? Yeah. And no, it's only 1, 2, 3 balls. Put it back. Now I'm reset here also. And now comes a move from Peter Kane, and it's described in the Books of Wonder by Tommy Wonder. And I've never seen anybody use it, so I use it. And that's, I'm gonna load this inside this cup when I show this, the big finale, like this. Whoa! And I load it as I go forward and let it drop. I silently put this here in front of this cup. And as I take my hand to take this cup, I do a switch. So I take this cup up. As this goes forward, and I show this. So that's the switch of the cups. One more time, maybe. So this one is empty. The wand is here. So it's like this. Rips. Hi. The audience reacts. And then I try to do this as silently as I can. Load this. And I make a loud noise there as they switch. And also I think with the wand I roll it forward. So it creates some kind of like a wall here that I wasn't touching this cup. So it's like, no. Okay, so that's the loading sequence. Any questions? Thank you. Yes. What to say? I think that the loading thing that is described in the Books of Wonder is like this, that you place it behind here, as you show this, and take this like this. So that's the difference. But I like to do it like showing this and go down here like this, bum, puff, and this. So the audience has just seen all the cups empty, like showing this, and then suddenly there's loads underneath them all. What should I talk about more? If you don't want to do this loading sequence, if it feels hard, I can show you another version. So after this, so pause there, and this is, so where are we? Like this. Flump. All the balls up here. And you do this again. And now you can do, after this, you can do the same thing as you did before, like taking this, putting it away, and this again, and now you load it. So you do the same sequence again, and now you can load this. And you can say, oh, and then you can show. Or another version that I had was doing kind of like this. Let me see if I remember. Yes, I put one away. No, I do it like this. I put one away for real, and then I fake this, like this, and put it away, and then I actually load this, and then I do this through the cup thing, which also should have a little, you tilt them forward to make it roll like this. And then I load it again, and I take up the ball that I put away, and I do it again. And then I just pretend to, like, and then you do this. If you want another variation on it. And I load the cup here. Questions? Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's the big finish. Or maybe you want something more.
Yeah, one more?
Yeah, one more.
One more?
One more. This is a very easy trick, which is the first trick that I came up with, actually. And let me see here. I have it like this. And yeah, at the lecture you should have something like a gift or that you can buy, but I don't sell anything. That's the problem. But this you can make really easy yourself. So I will show you. I will show you the trick first. It's a drinking straw. Can you see it? And if I just stare at it, maybe it starts to happen here. See? So, this is a little straw like this, and it has a little fishing line like this, and when I pull here, it goes down. So it's a very simple, but visually and effective, and you know, if you're a bartender, you can do it behind a bar, zoop, and then switch it to a normal straw, or if you want to do an Instagram film, it's perfect, visual and fast. And how to make it? Take a drinking straw with what does this?
That's just the bendy part.
The bending part. Yeah, you take accordion. You take the accordion part, and here you make. Let me see here. Yes. Make small holes there. You see? And two small holes. You see? Yeah, there. So it goes in. And then you push like fishing line, and you push it through to the other side. And then you take a needle again and put it in this part, make a hole there, and then you push the needle with the thread through, whoops, and then you make a knot here, like this. Yes. And now you have to measure, like according to your hand, how long. But I hold it with my little finger or third finger, like this. So I only hold it at the tip of my fingers, like this. And just create some tension, and whoop, it's gonna bend soon. There it is.
Very
Good
fun.
for you, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very nice. Yeah,
That's still
keep it going for Axel Adler.
Thank you.
Great job, Axel. And then come on over here and sit with
Yes.
me.
Holy smoke.
That was fantastic. I mean, there's so much stuff in there.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, really. Some of the finest work that I've seen on cups and balls, for example, and the rope moves, and all of the stuff. Really, really great work. Now, you had told me that you were inspired to start magic when you saw somebody performing at a library show.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he brought me up on stage, and I got to help him, and then I received like a magic book, as like a gift.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
And the reason I bring that up is because that person that had you then went into a different career.
Yeah, now he's like a director, and he writes scripts, and quite famous in Sweden.
Yeah, yeah. And you ran into him.
And then I ran into him on a, I think it was some kind of release party or something, and I was so starstruck, not because he's a famous director, but because he was doing magic.
He was the first magician that inspired you, right? Did you ever get a chance to tell him, or
yeah, I told him.
Oh, yeah.
And he still has his props.
Oh, neat.
At home, I figured out much later then that he was not much older than me. He was like 5 years older,
Yeah.
and I was 8 years old, and he was probably
13 or 14.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
And but I still thought that he was so professional and.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, memories can kind of color the things that we do, but because he went into theater and that, he probably had the beginnings of it in his show.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Marcus Lindén.
Yeah.
If he watches
if you're tuning in from
Yes.
from Sweden,
Yes.
you'll recognize his name.
Sure.
Now, when you first started doing shows yourself, you had like kind of a really awkward first show that you did for a birthday party. How did the parents introduce you?
It was like this. I was gonna do a magic show for this birthday party, and it started with like the kids was watching a Disney movie, and the parents just went in and turned it off, and the kids screamed "No!" and they're like, "Now it's time for a magic show instead." So all the kids was like, well, I don't want to see, man. Everyone see this.
Yeah, how are you supposed to compete with that?
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, it is.
So
it is impossible.
It was hard to weigh up.
That's right. Yeah, you're like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my magic tricks for you now. Also, part of what inspires your magic is music, art, theater, drama. You studied, at School for the Arts.
Yeah, Stockholm Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff really informs what you do.
Yeah.
And I know you wanted to talk a little bit about inspiring other magicians to use music, to perform to music, because a lot of your work are silent pieces that are just visually interesting, because they're so clear what's happening, and yet it's really dramatic by the way that you've chosen to stage them, the choreography. So can you talk a little bit about how you came to do that, and what you might suggest to somebody else to use some of the style?
If you're thinking about performing to music, which I think is great for magic, because music has this kind of direct like speech to almost to your soul. So when you're watching that together with magic, it kind of builds something like a fantastic feeling. And I really love to time the actions with the music. So I think it's called Mickey Mousing in the professional terms.
In the jargon of the
in the jargon,
profession,
like really, if it's a bling in the music, I do a little bling with my movements, and so it's hard just to find the right songs. But when you find them, use that Mickey Mousing technique to. And it might seem silly at first, but you don't have to overdo it. You can just do it sometimes, and to really create that feeling that the magic and the music are one. And then you just have to listen to a lot of songs to find the right song.
So much easier to do that now.
With Spotify.
Oh yeah.
And
often when I'm working on a piece, I'll just put like my iTunes on and just let it play through randomly what I've got already, and just something will stand out.
And you kind of get a feel for this suits perfectly, but then you can change the music like next year, and you will almost find that if you create an act to music. You will find that many songs have the same structure, so you can almost change the song entirely, and it will still work with the routine.
Yeah, and it's interesting that they even have the same structure across different genres of music. Like you'll find things that are say like a modern pop song will have a jazz roots, and the jazz root has a classical root as well. Yeah. Now I know that you come from an artistic family. Your mother is an art teacher, right? And your father actually is into creating digital music.
Yeah, he's composing digital or electroacoustic music. And my brother is a mathematician.
But he's got a specialty in math, right?
He's a doctor in math.
Yeah, he's got it, right.
And my younger brother works with animation, stop motion movies.
Yeah, now that's an interesting area right there that for a while people thought was dead, but it's come back pretty strong, hasn't it? Stop motion animation.
Has a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I'm somewhere in between, like math and stop motion. I don't know.
I mean, are you fascinated by mathematics?
Yeah, I'm really fascinated by like topological
me too.
things with ropes and rings and how things are connected.
Yeah, you kind of see that in the rope routine. You sort of have to have that mindset to be able to think about where everything goes to make sure it doesn't get all mixed up.
For me, it's easy, but I know that it's hard to teach sometimes to other people if you don't have that spatial kind of thinking how things are.
Yeah, and you said one of the things that you think is important as far as inspiration is to be bored. Right?
To be bored,
allow yourself to be
yes.
bored. And I think, probably the easiest way to put that is, and you had said this, that if you are constantly watching television, for example, there's just too much input, your brain doesn't have to work, right?
Yeah.
So it's better just shut down, sit quietly somewhere, and then your brain's going to start, coming up with things for you, right?
Yeah, my rehearsal space, where I rehearse, it has nothing on the walls, no books, nothing. I just go in with the props, and then I sit there and just start playing with them. Because if you're too distracted, I think your brain won't come up with new ideas. It will only, generate the same thoughts that you get put in.
I can see in
I just
your
have
work,
white walls.
Yeah, I can see in your work how there is a meditative aspect to it. There's a purity in using the geometric forms and things like that, and how they and I love the fact that you don't overburden it with any excess extras. Like the multiplying billiard ball routine is just fantastic, and pure. There's just the 5 balls in some kind of container, and then you're actually doing just a very beautiful routine without any gimmicks necessarily. It's really, really nice.
And also without telling anything extra about what's happening. I don't think you'd have to add so much of like a story or something with a pure routine.
Yeah, as long as you put in the hours of practice, right? And I think that's part of it. In a space where that's all you have to do, you have to be dedicated to doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
About how long? How many hours? Days, weeks, months, or years until you felt like you wanted to do that routine on stage? How was the development time to give a feel? Because you probably started with multiplying balls, at least a standard set, pretty early on, right?
Yes.
Did you learn just kind of the standard shell routine?
The standard shell routine, and I don't know how long I've been practicing on it, but I think I don't think it's so good to practice a long period every day. Just like 20 minutes is enough every day, and then your body will do the work for you, like thinking and then because if you do it too much, you like over practice.
Yeah,
something.
you can fatigue yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
With too much.
But also, it's the information is just too much for the brain.
Right.
So you just do it like 10, 20 minutes a day, and then put it away and do something else. So I think that's the best way to learn something.
Yeah.
You do it each day instead.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk about is part of your training at the theater school, School for the Arts. There is mime technique and clown and movement and all of those kinds of things. But one aspect of that kind of stood out to me is talking about how to be neutral on stage, to not worry about always trying to do something, like how to command a stage just by being there. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I think that's probably the hardest thing to do on stage, just to be neutral and be yourself, just standing there and like have a expression of nothing on you, because you always have these thoughts and always projecting different things from the audience. But when you can do that, you can kind of relax and I don't know, be yourself, or be your neutral. How to find your neutral self, and how to like stand neutral. I don't know, just try to find yourself in a neutral position, or and how to sit neutral. I don't know. It's hard. You're never gonna get there. But when you start practicing, you can see what's different about you also. From the neutral, you can like carve out who you are in the shape of you if you begin with the neutral body.
I also think that really helps deliver, especially manipulation, but I think all magic in general, because then from that neutral position, anything that you do becomes a focus. When you make an action or a look towards something, then you're really controlling exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
You're able to generate that energy in the direction that you want it to go, because you're not flailing all over the place.
Yeah.
We often see a lot of magicians that pace on stage, or they rock back and forth. That they don't have this comfortable position, of just being neutral on stage.
So try it.
yeah, it's worth it, and it helps to overcome stage fright.
That's
you
true.
become comfortable centered is what we call it. Yeah,
and it's easier to, as you say, direct focus. Where our focus now? This is the focus now, and now this is the focus, and then look up, and so you can sort of like directing attention also. All the time. Yeah,
and then one of the questions, this is just for my own benefit, one of the questions that I asked you was if you had like a favorite trick of maybe somebody else's or a favorite piece of equipment, and you said, "Do you remember what
the ice cream?
The ice cream scoop. Yeah,
the ice cream scoop.
That's right, ice cream scoop. Whose ice cream scoop?
Your ice cream.
That's right. Okay. I mean, you know,
because I never have you seen it? I never seen anybody use it,
Yeah.
but I found it was super clever,
Yeah.
and it's easy to handle, and it looks great.
Yeah.
And I've been consulting different clown shows where they're like gonna bake a cake or
and
something.
it's perfect for
And
that.
it's perfect
right, isn't it?
because everybody can learn it, and you know, if you can mime ice cream,
Yeah.
it's great for it. So thank you for
Yeah,
that.
well, but thank you, because it's the first time anybody's ever responded to that question
Is it true?
by telling me it was something of mine. But it's one of those kind of obscure things that you know, because I have to hand make each of them.
Okay.
You know, I've never really released it big on the market. It's at my website. Don't order it though, because I'm too busy.
I made it myself.
Oh, you made it yourself?
Yeah.
Did you make it based on seeing the Pack Small Plays Big
That's true.
things?
Yeah.
Because I've upgraded it now. Just so you
Okay,
know.
okay.
So if you do a consulting gig and you need, you know, a bunch of them, or even just one for some reason, you can order it from my website, and you'll see it's even better than it ever was. I found exactly the right
Wow.
materials for it. Just, you know, don't order it because
I want to check it out. You have it here.
I'm too busy to make. Well, if I had known that that was going to be your answer, I would have brought one for you, and we would have done a little demo of it. But really, I can't. I don't have time
It's
to make
great.
it.
It's just an ice cream.
Now, I like to talk about funny things that happen, and one of them is a bit of a nightmare story that I've heard versions of this from other people who've borrowed rings to perform magic with a borrowed ring. Tell us your story.
I was doing a gig, and I was like, it was in this balcony, and so
there's the setup.
I think it's like 6 stories high building, and I often do this jumping cigar band thing. Have you seen it? With the borrowed ring.
Oh yeah.
Like, first. So whoop.
Oh no.
And we didn't find it. And they found it much later, like in the parking lot.
Yeah, you said like 6 weeks, like a month and a half later. That they found it at all is
I think
amazing.
they put up like a sign or like, please call me if you find it.
Yeah.
So
it was it
embarrassing.
Was it a terribly valuable ring or just?
I think it was like her grandmother's,
No, I mean, I don't want you to have to relive it, but what do you say to somebody about that, and how do you get out of it?
Just be neutral.
That's right.
And run. But I don't remember.
You know,
what I did.
God, I hope that wasn't priceless. And then they go, it was, and you're like, well, then that means I can't possibly repay you. It's got no price. Another one that I think it's hilarious, because this is the kind of thing that you'd write into a movie for a magician.
Yeah.
You know, all right. So I'm going to set the scene. You're working a wedding, right? And you're doing something that is kind of sort of something that you like to do all the time. So explain. It's sort of magic, but not, right?
Yeah, when I do strolling magic nowadays, I have this big crystal ball. It's like it's heavy as a bowling ball, which I balance on my head. So it looks it's a pretty visual thing that I'm balancing it around, and walking around. And so people see me, oh, that's the magician. And if I go to a group and I perform, and then I just take it off and place it on the table. But this was like kind of fancy hotel with like nice cloth on the table, but it was a glass table underneath the cloth. So everything just sucked into, and it was glass everywhere.
Oh no!
I don't know what the people thought, because it was just bump and it was glass all over. So they probably thought it was the
ball,
the crystal ball that just vanished or crashed. And so I don't know how. Yeah, I covered it up by the hotel fixed it. It was on a hotel, and they said, "You don't have to pay us, but maybe you can perform at our."
Sure, at one of their functions.
One of their functions, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that works out okay. Yeah. It's good. It's good when people are at least cooperative about those things, because you never know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you are besides performing all over the place, and you're super busy performing. You're also working with a circus company that's contemporary circus.
Yes.
Called
Compagnie Giraffe.
Okay.
It's called, and we create shows for children's and adults, and we bring in artists, and we direct the shows and sell them.
Yeah.
So nowadays I'm sort of more into circus and physical theater, kind of.
Mm-hmm. And you confided in me that you were kind of thinking about moving away from performing.
Yeah.
Which I'm sort of sad to hear that. To be honest with you.
Yeah, but these things I showed you now, I've been doing since I was 15 when I'm starting performing. So and now I feel that I would like to maybe consult more other magicians or publish my things, and so. Well,
good. As long as you're going to stay active in magic, active. Yeah. And then come on, be inspired. Let's see some more of your work, because it's so phenomenal.
I have more stuff. So
good. I'm glad to hear it. Let's have another big round of applause for Axel Adler. Fantastic job. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Nice job.